Guys, today is Tuesday, July 30th, and we've got a lot to talk about today. But before I get into it, I wanted to do a recap or a follow-up on Epstein. Now, I told y'all that he did not do this I saw in the cards that he did not do that to himself. So now investigators are looking into whether or not his cellmate, the ex-police officer, had any involvement with him getting hurt. And this is actually, I'm picking up that the answer is yes. And if you think about it, guys, Epstein was found unconscious with wounds on his neck, with marks, bruises on his neck. He couldn't have done this to himself because it's impossible to choke yourself so hard that you're going to leave bruises or make yourself unconscious. It's just not possible. You cannot choke yourself, guys. It's impossible. Unless he had tried to hang himself. However, they didn't find any evidence of a rope or makeshift rope or a shoelace used to try and hang him. They would have found something if that was the case. And then, number 3, he is not going to go to another inmate and ask them to help him out with anything. He's a convicted child molester. He's a convicted pedophile. Nobody's going to help him in jail. That's like going up to them and say, "Hey, kill me." That's not going to happen, guys. He didn't do this. He didn't pay someone to hurt him for attention. He got beat up, plain and simple. It doesn't help the fact that his cellmate was an ex-police officer. What I'm seeing is I think it was a mix of that guy, that cellmate, and some correction officers, and they try to make it seem like he hurt himself, something like that. Yeah, something like that. But he really just got effed up in jail, is really what it is. Okay, so guys, we have so much to talk about. We have the president and his tax returns. We have the California law. We have Moscow Mitch Mctreason. So much that we have to go into. Okay. Now, even before we even go there's something that I wanted to look into. Let me see if I can find my phone here, guys. Give me 1 second. There's something that I wanted to look into, and it is... Hold on. If I can get to this quick enough. It is the Air Force general picked by Donald Trump to become the second highest ranking U.S. military officer. Now, his name is General John Hyten. He is nominated to become the vice chairman of the military's joint chief of staff. The problem with that is he has been accused of sexual harassment, or is it sexual harassment? Sexual assault, actually. He's been accused of sexual assault. You see, everybody that Trump wants on his team is either a pedophile, a molester, a rapist, or something of that nature. And I don't understand how Trump supporters do not see the main theme here. But anyways, I want to look into this John Hyten. Hyten. We got a bunch of crooks running the country, guys. Sad to say, but that's what it is. Did he do what they are accusing him of? It's not a far stretch. I'm assuming yes. But, I try to be fair. Desires. We're speaking about his desires, I guess. Oh, see, he has not treated women well. He has not been good when it comes to women. He does what he wants. That's why the Queen of Cups comes in reverse. Bad actions. So, yes, he is very much guilty of what he is being accused of. That's completion. That's like, well, you've got the answer there, honey. He does what he wants when it comes to women. And that's just what it is, guys. That's literally what the cards say here. That's literally what the cards say here. Let's see what's on the reverse here. Okay. In reverse, we have the Nine of Pentacles behind the stack here. And for me, what this is telling me is see, we have the Nine of Pentacles, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles. He doesn't want this business to be coming out. He feels like it's gonna be a big loss for him if people believe what this lady or these women are accusing him of. And this is like a big promotion for him. Yeah, he wants his business to stay secret, but it's not staying secret. It's coming out in the open. If it were staying secret, it would come out in this fashion. But people know now. People know what his past is about. So what's going to come of it? He says that all of the allegations are false, which is, not surprising, and that nothing happened whatsoever. And there was the woman testified against him in his, that hearing that they do? I forget what it's called. It's like on the tip of my tongue, guys, but it's not coming to me. But that hearing, nomination hearing, there we go. So, is he going to be seated in the position? What comes of her testimony? It'd be great if they'd actually listen and do the right thing. What comes of it? Fear and illusion. Ugh. Strength. Let's see. He's most likely going to be nominated. I mean, not nominated. He's most likely going to get the position because Trump is president and they're all corrupt, pretty much. No surprise there. No surprise. So this comes out in reverse. So her testimony is not really going to make that much of an impact. And it can go either way. Meaning like people are not that surprised. Yeah, so it can go either way, guys. I'm going to pull out my Lenormands just to get a bit of a clearer picture on this. Yes, for the person who asked if I have a Lenormand deck, like I said, I have several, so this probably like I think the first time I'm using it on camera. I think. Now, don't quote me on that. They're all jumbled over here. All my cards are jumbled. Okay. So, let's just get a bit of clarification on this. Bringer of news. Oh, the lady that speaks out against him. the message that she brings, how he treats women, which is why it's upside down, and luck, his luck. Okay, actually with the Lenormand, I'm seeing that it still see that it can go either way, but the Lenormand's like, people don't want him to get it. Okay, the Clover card, it's luck, his good luck. The Star, unveiling, people see what's going on with him, he's the issue. The Eight of Cups, if you see in this card, this person has worked so hard to build this up. One cup has fallen over and one still stands. He has stopped working. So it's like, I give up kind of thing. So this to me is looking like he actually may not get into seat. However, like I always say, nothing is ever set in stone but the past. So it's looking like it's not likely that he will be put into seat of power or seat of position. Okay. Now, let's talk about New York and the president's damn tax returns. Now, New York has decided, the state of New York has decided to delay a response to the request for Trump's tax returns. New York officials will agree to delay acting on a congressional request for the president's tax returns until there's a ruling about whether a federal judge in Washington has jurisdiction over the matter. In all honesty, that pisses me off. Because I get what the fuck, excuse me, oh my god, I have to try and stop doing that, guys. But I get the issue. Meaning, like, Trump files his taxes in the state of New York because, well, he did for a number of years, because that's where his businesses are based out of, that's where he lived, that's all that other shit. I get that. However, he had businesses in many other states. He has Trump Towers in Chicago, I think, one in LA, as well as in New York. I get that, but in this political state that we are in, I think that was unwise for New York to do, because California has already set a precedent by enacting a law that requires Trump's tax returns under the new election law. Why are they putting... I don't understand why they would put the kibosh on the request for his tax returns. That doesn't make any sense to me. Because whatever they do, I get it. You want to know if Washington has jurisdiction on the matter, but for me, that doesn't make any sense at the end of the day, because he has probably committed crimes in different states. So your case, New York's case against him, will be separate from Washington or California, or I think that New York should proceed with their request while waiting for the judge's decision in Washington. I think it's malarkey that this is happening. And I get it, but I don't get it. I know it sounds weird, but it's like, this guy has done so freaking much. Why are you pumping the brakes on whatever investigation is going on? We don't have time for that. There are children that are still being held captive. There are crimes that are still being committed. Excuse me. What's up with that? Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Okay, Well, what the cards kind of say here is, again, for me, this in Trump reading is Pelosi. I'm seeing that she doesn't want a conflict of interest. She doesn't want like an entanglement of cases and things have to be done right and squared away. So it's like, let them do what they have to do and we got next. That makes sense. It's annoying, but it makes sense. So, but I can't fault Pelosi for that. She's not trying to give him any kind of loopholes that he can exploit later, in other words. Which makes sense. Okay. So Trump sued New York's Attorney General, the tax commissioner, and I think the House committee earlier this month to keep his taxes under wrap. It seeks to block the application of New York state law that would allow the Democrat-controlled House to obtain the tax returns. So, I want to see how far will this man, aka Agent Orange in office, will get with this lawsuit. Not far. Not very far at all. Disaster. Okay, so they're gonna get his tax returns no matter what. It might take some time still, but it's burdensome to him too. It's like he's pulling out his hair. Like, oh my God, if this comes out, I'm in deep shit. This is a problem for him. Forget Mueller's testimony. His tax returns are a big problem for him right now. Ooh, maybe it's not going to take as much time as I thought it was going to take. I'm seeing that the California law has set things in motion, which is nice. Very, very nice. Kudos to California. Okay. Yeah, he's afraid. He's afraid, and it's coming out. Slowly but surely, it's coming out. It's like a half moon, then the full moon will be out. Okay. Well, next thing, last but certainly not least, because I did have a whole list of items that I wanted to read, but my voice is kind of getting hoarse over here, guys. I'm thirsty. Is Moscow Mitch Mctreason. It's kind of funny. Okay, so let me read this news article to you guys. As Trump's own FBI director warns that Russians are planning to try and undermine American democracy in the next presidential election, Republican lawmakers led by Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell are blocking bills aimed at blocking foreign hackers from state voting systems. Now, of course, we all know why. Because they're in cahoots with those no, I don't want to call them comrades because they're no friends of mine. But those people over there, Putin and them. So they want to structure it that they will win every election cycle. However, I was watching a news article that said something to the effect that they wanted to block bills that would make it harder to hack our systems, but they don't want to set a precedent so that if they're not in control, when they are not in control, Democrats cannot exploit the same thing. And it's like, when I heard that, I was just like, what the F now? Seriously? If this is not clear corruption for his voters, I don't know what will wake them up. And in any case, I want to see if these bills will end up being enacted anyways, because that's just ridiculous. I mean, they're not even trying to hide it anymore, guys. It's just plain, it's just out there. It's just out there. I mean, for us, it was always plain. It was always plain. But the people, the crazies, they're living under rocks. And I can't even say they're living under rocks anymore, because it's like the Republicans are throwing corruption in everybody's faces. What the... Anyways, are these bills going to eventually be enacted anyways? Because the blocking of them is just plain ridiculous. Somebody comes forward to make this happen. Somebody's stepping forward. Because too much bullshit. Too much bullshit. So yeah, and I'm actually seeing that with the Page of Pentacles is like someone who's seeking a way, or like seeking stability, because pages are the beginnings of something, or messengers, or this person is seeking stability. Somebody who's just like, what the F? This can't go on too long, and I need to find a way to make this better. Yeah. See, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. It may not even stand at all. Yeah, this person is letting go of the BS. I wonder if it's somebody in the Republican Party. Just because of the way the cards are coming out. Yeah, this is somebody who's very passionate about. See, this card right here is somebody who's stuck, or who would be stuck, or somebody like trapped in. They feel like they have to move this way because the whole party is moving this way. However, it's in the complications position, which suggests to me that this person is just like, I'm not going to flow the way you guys think I'm going to flow. And that's what's making me think that it's a rogue Republican. So I'm just going to, I could be wrong, guys. I could very well be wrong. Yeah, to me it's looking, I don't know who it is, but last question. Is this person who's going to stand up against this a Republican? Ooh. Is this person a Republican? Somebody who's thinking about it. They're thinking about it. They're trying to find ways to solve a problem. It's slow thinking. Yeah, they're thinking that, yes, it is a Republican. They're thinking about it. They're like, it's like, this ain't right. This is not right. That kind of thinking. And it's taken him some time to decide what he wants to do. This is fast, speedy change. And the reverse is quite the opposite. In this card, you can see that this person is giving to the needy, sharing to those who need it, and so it's a problem-solving card. Or he's thinking of what should be done, because I know this is not right. He's thinking about whether or not he should address the situation, but right now he's not. Right now he's not. He's in thinking mode. And this card is so interesting. this is like his party members just like watching him, and he knows they're watching him, and he's just like, what the F do I do? What the F do I do? See? And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. It's like, what the F do I do? If I do this, if I address the situation, I'm left out in the cold. And the next card we have on that is the Wheel of Fortune. So, exactly. He is going to do this. He is going to stand up. I don't know who it is, guys. But it's only a matter of time. He's going to do the right thing. Okay. Oh, and before I go, I wanted to touch on something really quick. Trump keeps coming after Cummings. And I'm seeing that he's trying to discredit Cummings because Cummings is pushing something forward in the background that we don't see. And I think it's aimed at his son. I see trouble for Junior coming soon. And anyways, thank you for watching the video, guys. I'll be back shortly. See you later.